Hey guys, welcome to another Living with Long COVID video with me, Jade. And I'm so grateful for you guys to be here sharing in this journey, and it is not an easy one. This week I wanted to talk about how it's okay to not be okay, which is a tough one for many of us to accept and understand. And especially when you're on a journey, you feel like you're getting better and you're on a healing journey, and then suddenly you have these major setbacks that just make everything feel like it's just crumbling down around your ears. And I wanted to make this video just to share my journey, but also maybe help other people going through this, help you going through this, not feel so alone. So let's talk about the healing journey. Now, first off, you need to be on it, right? I think for many months after I contracted long COVID, I wasn't on it. I was just treading water, hoping that next month I'll get better, but still doing the same stuff, still working as much as I could and still doing things. Maybe I couldn't do them as much, but I just tried and pushed, and I could feel that my capacity was limited. Now that was just my treading water phase. I don't feel like any of that was actual healing. That felt like I was treading water and I wasn't going anywhere. So if you're in that phase, I really urge you to watch my other video, which I will link up above, and it's all about stopping, because I think my journey, I know for a fact, did not begin until I stopped everything to focus on my health. And that's when things started to turn around for me. So I really urge you guys to do the same thing. So get on the healing journey, make that your focus. Know that this is a journey and there is an end point. I don't believe that long COVID is a thing that you have for life. I believe you can recover from it. I have spoken to people who are in the process of recovering. I've spoken to people who have recovered. So there is a light at the end of that tunnel. But let's talk about how it's okay to not be okay. And a couple of days ago, I had, after weeks of really exciting energy, I just had a really horrible day where, for no reason I could understand, my energy was so low. I had plans that I wanted to do something, and I even got dressed up. I left the house, I got to the train station and just went, I feel horrible and I can't do it. And I had to come home and just lie down for the rest of the day. And you can imagine that that is incredibly disappointing. It also makes you go into depression spirals. And then, of course, I did the ultimate thing that you're not supposed to do, which is jump on social media. And I saw, that people posting their wins, and some of these were my colleagues. And I love supporting people when they win, because when they win, I win, we all feel great together. But this just made me feel more isolated and more like, what am I doing with my life? I wasted all this time. I spent, the last 2 years building something, and now where is it? And I'm sure if you're out there, you can empathize with this feeling of just suddenly having to abandon everything and not be able to do the thing that you want to do. And that's okay, because healing is a journey. It will go up, and you will have days where you feel like, oh my God, this is great. I can feel that I'm recovering. And it will go down. And if you ask any health practitioner, doctor, nurse, anyone, they will tell you that the healing journey does not go like that. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. But the trajectory is what's important. And the trajectory is an upward one, and that's what you have to focus on. Which leads me to the next thing, is you need to feel your feelings. So on these days where everything just feels like it's all going to crap, I think it's really good to allow yourself to feel that. So I really did. I sort of, obviously was in this downward spiral and was seeing all these wonderful wins from friends of mine on the socials, and it just made me feel like more crap. And then I turned off the socials and I was like, okay, it's fine. And then just kept spiraling and kept thinking about, what have I done? What have I achieved? Why am I not achieving more? Why has this happened to me? All of those thoughts that go around our heads when we have a spiral. And it just kind of kept churning, and I kind of tried to push it away again and again. And actually, I urge you not to do that and to actually open yourself up to it, because I was reading, a psychologist recently said, you have to feel the feelings, because the more you push away, the more they'll just keep coming back and worse. And actually, even the worst feelings take about 45 minutes to go through you, and then they're gone, they're out. You will go on to the next one. And it's really interesting. I think the whole idea of feeling your feelings, but also remembering that you are not your feelings, is really important in these times. So feel them. Be frustrated that you can't do more. Be angry that you're stuck in bed. Be sad and cry that you can't do the things that you want to do and you feel like this. And feel all of those wonderful feelings. Know that you are not your feelings and that they will pass through you. And it takes at the longest 45 minutes. So it's okay. And once you experience that and you get through it, it will leave you with a different sense of feeling, and usually a sense of relief that you've gone through it. You haven't pushed it away. You've come through the other side. And I think that relief then creates a new thought pattern for you. So once I allowed myself to feel all of those feelings, I suddenly realized that actually, sure, this feels like a really long time, but to be honest, I've only had long COVID since end of 2023. I know other people that had it for 4 years. But even then, I say to myself, well, what is 4 years? Is that a career break? How can we reframe this in terms of social, in terms of our society? Reframing it into, okay, well, for me, this could be maternity leave, right? I know loads of friends that took maternity leave for a couple of years. So, I'm not completely outside of society. There is a framework here where people step away for a few years to pursue children or a PhD or go traveling or a spiritual retreat, This isn't completely outside of the framework of our society to step away, because you can come back. And if you remember, these people come back to their careers. People who've had kids, I'm sure you've worked with them before, they come back. And so I think reframing it in that context of this is still, even though it's an illness, you are stepping away for a few years, maybe a few more years than you want to, but you will come back, and that's okay. And I think for me, that was really validating to hear that. And I hope that that is also validating for you. I think the other thing to remember is that long COVID predisposes you to depression. And there are a number of factors of this. So long COVID predisposes you to depression because of the chemicals that are happening in your brain, because you've had to step outside of society for all intents and purposes. You've had to give up your job, give up doing all the things that you love a lot of the time. Your lifestyles had to change. So there is the social aspect of it. There's the career aspect of it. There's the chemical aspect of it. So all of these things combined then make you way more predisposed to depression, anxiety, and just overall sadness. And that's okay. And I think we all need to hear that it is validating, that it is okay for us to feel depressed because we are more predisposed, but don't let that take your focus away from your end goal, which is to recover. Healing is a journey of ups and downs. Allow yourself to feel those feelings. Reframe the situation and know that you're not completely outside of society. It's okay. Other people have taken several year breaks to do other things. And yes, we're not doing, but think of it as a spiritual quest. Know that you are predisposed to depression because of long COVID. And finally, it doesn't matter. Let all that go and just focus and remember at the end of the day that your goal is recovery and you are working towards that, and it is a journey, and that's okay. And today might be a terrible day. Tomorrow is a whole new day where you can look forward to a whole bunch of things. So hopefully it is validating to hear someone else going through the same thing. I hope this helps you in some way, shape or form understand long COVID. Yeah, I really do hope that in some way, shape or form these videos help you. I should also mention that we are now a podcast because I understand some people can't sit in front of YouTube. So you can find us on Spotify, Long COVID Jade on Spotify, and these episodes will be up as podcasts. And finally, please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, buy me a coffee even, and till next time, sending lots and lots and lots of love your way. Thank you so much.